This is the virtual public meeting presentation to discuss the US 83 North Dakota 23 intersection improvement alternatives. The department has completed a variety of changes to the US 83 North Dakota 23 intersection. In 2006, left turn lanes were added to US 83 northbound and southbound. In 2012, the US 83 southbound right turn lane was offset 12 feet to allow for better visibility of US 83 through traffic. This project also included modification to the signing. In 2015, the intersection conflict warning system was added along with lighting. In 2023, the department added additional signage, message boards indicating that North Dakota 23 was coming to a stop, and pavement marking modifications to the intersection. In 2024, the intersection conflict warning system pole was moved from the north side to the south side of the southbound US 83 intersection. The DOT also worked to propose a more permanent solution. A public meeting in December of 2023 presented roundabouts. The public expressed concern that only one solution was being presented, so as a result, we went back to look at all alternatives. The department looked at the crash history for this intersection from 1999 until 2024. In that time period, there were 12 fatal crashes. 11 of these crashes occurred on the southbound US 83 intersection. And the majority of these crashes also happened during daylight hours and in dry conditions. The 3 most recent crashes are detailed here. All the fatal crashes were the result of North Dakota 23 crossing traffic, either running the stop sign or failing to yield to US 83 traffic. This results in a high-speed right-angle crash, or a T-bone crash. Approximately 80% of eastbound North Dakota 23 traffic crosses the southbound US 83 intersection. The DOT's goal with this project is to either reduce or eliminate the high-speed right-angle crash and to reduce the severity of crashes in this location. Let's take a look at the existing intersection. This project is to address the safety concerns at the intersection. The intersection currently operates at a level of service A. Level of service is a metric used to describe how well a roadway is working. Level of service is graded from A to F, A being free flow, no delays. As you can see on the right, each level of service is shown with cars on a road. All the alternatives we would consider maintain a level of service A. This intersection is also on the oversized overweight load route, and when looking at permit applications for the previous 3 years, there were almost 18,000 permits through this intersection. So all alternatives need to take oversized loads into consideration. The alternates created are based on DOT and public comment. Conflict points are the locations where vehicles can cross paths or merge with traffic. As you can see, with a 4-lane divided intersection, there are 24 crossing points, 10 merging points, and 8 diverging points. Alternative 1 is an interchange. This alternative would cost $40 million or more and would not be constructed for the next 10 years. In order to allow the majority of oversized loads to use this route, the bridge clearance would need to be 20 foot 6 inches. Anything over that height would need to be rerouted. An interchange would separate US 83 traffic from North Dakota 23 traffic, which would reduce the potential for high-speed right-angle crashes. An interchange would also maintain a free flow of traffic on US 83. This is a traffic simulation of vehicles moving along this alternative. Alternative 2 is roundabouts. This alternative would build a 2x1 roundabout on each intersection of US 83 and North Dakota 23. 2 lanes would be maintained for through traffic on US 83. This alternative costs between $12 and $16 million and can be constructed in the next 4 to 10 years. Roundabouts eliminate the potential for high-speed right-angle crashes, and the conflict points at a roundabout are reduced also. Speeds on the roundabout will be reduced in all directions. The DOT has conducted a survey of the roundabouts currently on our system and found a 59% reduction in severe and fatal crashes, and an overall reduction of crashes by 33%. This alternative does not maintain the free flow of US 83, as traffic entering the roundabout yields to traffic within the roundabout. The roundabout will be designed to accommodate oversized loads. These are the conflict points of the roundabout designed for US 8323 intersection. The crossing conflict points on each roundabout will be reduced to 4, and due to the angle and speed of the conflicts, the severity of crashes would be greatly reduced. Each roundabout also has 4 merging and 4 diverging conflict points. This is a traffic simulation of vehicles traveling on the roundabouts. Alternative 3 is a reduced conflict intersection, or an RCI. RCIs do not allow for crossing or left-turning movements. In this case, we would eliminate the median crossroad, and vehicles would make a series of turns and merging movements to complete these 2 motions. A vehicle traveling east on North Dakota 23 wanting to head north into Minot would come up to the intersection, take a right onto the southbound US 83, merge into the left lane, and take the left turn lane to complete a U-turn to the northbound lanes. Here they would make a left turn and accelerate up to highway speeds on an acceleration lane, merge into the left lane, and continue north into Minot. With this alternative, a slip lane can also be added for the right turn from southbound US 83. This alternative costs approximately $3 to $5 million and can be constructed in the next 4 years. The RCI alternative would eliminate the potential for a right angle crash, but will not reduce the speed in this location. The north U-turn location has a potential for right-of-way acquisition. The NDDOT installed its first RCI on US 2 west of Williston this summer, so we do not have statistics from North Dakota on the effectiveness of this intersection alternative. However, NDDOT has installed multiple RCIs, and they have completed before and after studies of these locations. They have seen a 69% decrease in fatal and serious injury crashes. Along with this, they have also found a 70% decrease in angle crashes. They did, however, see a 103% increase in rear-end crashes with an RCI. The conflict points with an RCI are also reduced. The crossing conflict points with an RCI are reduced to 0, and the merging conflict points are reduced to 8. The diverging conflict points will remain 8. This is a traffic simulation of vehicles moving along the RCI. Alternative 4 is the speed reduction lane reduction of US 83. Speed of US 83 will be reduced to 55 miles per hour. In order for the speed reduction on US 83 to be effective, the lanes need to be reduced to one lane in each direction. This alternative will also include a slip lane for the US 83 southbound right turn lane, high mast lighting throughout the intersection, and an overhead sign on North Dakota 23. This alternative will cost approximately $3 million and can be constructed in the next 4 years. This alternative has the potential to reduce the severity of crashes with the reduced speed. However, it does not eliminate the potential for right-angle crashes. The conflict points will be reduced with this alternative as one lane of US 83 is eliminated. The high mast lighting would be similar to the lights seen in urban areas along interstate or on US 2 and Minot. These lights could improve sight distance by eliminating the visual distraction at the intersection, as the existing light poles adjacent to the roadway would be removed. The slip lane for the US 83 southbound right turn lane could also reduce visual distraction by removing vehicles from the intersection. The overhead sign on North Dakota 23 have the potential to reduce confusion with the wide median at this location. The signs on the right show the potential sign configuration. This is a traffic simulation of vehicles traveling along this alternative. The following items were reviewed by the DOT as alternatives. Traffic signals. The Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices defines the standards used to install and maintain traffic control devices. This is called the MUTCD. The MUTCD has 9 technical warrants to justify the use of signals. A lot of these are based on current traffic volumes, so in the summer of 2024, the DOT conducted traffic counts at this location, and the intersection does not meet warrants for a traffic signal. That being said, signals do not eliminate high-speed right-angle crashes, and signalized intersections are some of the highest crash locations in the state. Signals would not change the potential for severe or fatal crashes and would increase the potential for rear-end crashes. Acceleration lanes. A public comment suggestion was to add acceleration lanes to US 83. While these do have the potential to help with merging movements, the movement of concern at this intersection is the crossing movement, and acceleration lanes would have no impact on that movement. There's a public comment which referenced the Ruthville intersection and flashing lights. This intersection currently has multiple flashing lights, including the intersection conflict warning system. There are flashing lights on the stop signs on North Dakota 23, and there are message boards on North Dakota 23. This will not reduce high-speed right-angle crashes. Another public comment received was adding intersection rumble strips to this location. North Dakota 23 currently has rumble strips leading up to the intersection, and we would not recommend adding rumbles to US 83, as it would give contradictory information, as they are used to indicate a stop. Some additional comments received. Extending turn lanes. This is not the movement of concern, and it will not reduce the high-speed right-angle crashes at this location. Adding an approaching deadly intersection sign. This is not a standard MUTCD sign, and there is no standard for usage. Adding a 4-foot median between the southbound US 83 lanes would create additional confusion, and it would also increase the width there would be to cross US 83. Adding yield signs to US 83 would create a conflict, as North Dakota 23 has the stop condition. Flashing beacons to the intersection. The DOT has completed studies and found that these lose their effectiveness, and we have been removing them from our state highways. Additional signage. This intersection has a multitude of signs, and we don't believe that any additional signage will change driver behavior. Adding speed bumps to North Dakota 23. This is not recommended as North Dakota 23 is a high-speed roadway, and this could create a dangerous situation. This is a comparison of the alternatives discussed. Each one is shown in cost and timeline. Blue would be the cost, and brown would show the timeline of when it could be constructed. Thank you for your participation in this process. Please take a moment and submit public comments. We can receive public comments through email, as shown on the screen. If you would prefer, you can mail it. The address is also displayed on the screen. Or you can use QR codes to fill out a public comment form through Microsoft Forms. We would also like you to take a moment and participate in our Title VI participation survey. It's anonymous and it helps with our federal funding. Thank you.